time, or
well, we might come back. There's one more thing I'd like to talk about, depending on time. But I think we should play some music now, but just a little bit more about design.
Okay.
Is because you'll see I put some bits of paper on the four walls and the ceiling.
Yes, I've been reading them, especially the one to my left.
Which is the one that interests you?
The one which says, a big box which says sensibility.
Sensibility.
And that's definitely not me.
That's not you. So you're on the analytical side. You're more on the
the rational side.
The rational side. Sorry.
Okay,
yes.
So you have to explain what they are later on.
Shall we play some music,
yes,
and then we'll come back to it.
We'll do that. Yeah.
And what I'm going to play is a track by Mick Jagger, because I was possibly a little bit rude, or less than polite about Mick, saying that I thought Super Heavy weren't touring so much because he needed a quieter life. He's a little bit older than I am, so But I would understand if he
hasn't sued you yet.
He hasn't sued me for what I said. No, no. But they haven't been in touch to book a performance at a concert in the extra flood prevention area.
Right,
Chris sort of. Well, you remember we were both down there, and I was trying to say what a good spot it was,
yes,
and how the Met Office had guaranteed there would be no flooding in August.
All right. And
Chris was accurate enough to point out that there had been a little rain, and it was a little bit like a marshland. But I think in principle, Super Heavy should tour. Yes. And there should be an extra. I went
down to the Quay yesterday.
Oh, right.
I went to look for a recording studio down there, which I was told about, which
yes,
I've never seen before. And I decided to go for a little walk. We didn't get onto the other side, but it was just nice to go down to the Quay. I haven't been down there for absolutely ages.
Well, it's a fabulous spot.
It is. It's only a 5-minute walk,
Yes.
And I think people should go down there and
there is live music. There are buskers. There's lots of spaces.
Yes.
A lot more should happen with it.
And a lot of water as well.
There's a lot of water, and we can analyse what it is that Super Heavy do, and create lots of other groups that do much the same. Would you think?
Well, you can do.
Can't be impossible.
Well, you can do water themed bands, couldn't you?
Yes. I think so. So anyway, this track is from the Alfie soundtrack, and it's The Blind Leading the Blind. So that's Anna Marie Waite, and the benefit, the acoustic mix, it's on the 31st of August here at the Phoenix. And now I'm going to explain as best I can to JD the pieces of paper.
Yes, I was going to ask you about these pieces of paper. What he's done is put pieces of A4 paper on all the four walls, one on the floor underneath my feet, and one on, I think there's one above me as well, on the ceiling. So can you explain why you've done this? It's not something of being at school, is it?
No, it's not school exactly.
Right.
It's I think I started on this last week, and Chris was a bit puzzled by it as well. He said we had to keep the four walls to stop the ceiling falling down, so he didn't want me to experiment too far.
Well, I disagree with that.
Ah.
You can keep the ceiling up.
Without the walls?
Yes, without the walls.
Oh, well, that would be interesting.
Different concept of looking.
We'll try it that way.
Yeah, okay.
What it is, I'm trying to follow some of this academic publishing scene.
Mm-hmm.
If you look for MTW3 online, if you do a search on MTW3, there's a management theory at work trend there, or I hope it'll trend to some extent. So it's like a conference, but it's a combination of Facebook and LinkedIn and various other routes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we linked to is a talk by Gibson Burrell on design, and he thinks that design can be it's sort of categorised or thought about using this three-dimensional diagram. He's previously done two-dimensional diagrams, but now he's got a three-dimensional diagram.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was suggesting to Chris was that this studio could be in itself a suitable box.
It is a box.
It is a box. It's not very large. It's not exactly square.
No.
But it lends itself to this idea.
Mm.
So you've got... you've already thought of come across this rationality and sensibility.
Yeah, I looked at the one to my left, because I'm facing you, so it must be my left-hand side,
Yes.
and it says sensibility. Okay, and I just trying to think, is that sensibility within the concept of this room, or is it the concept of the whole show, or is it just me?
Well, it could be you, the show, the station,
Right.
the Arts Centre, Exeter City Council.
So they not necessarily have to be on the walls you've put them on.
Oh, well, yes, they do. Gibson
All right.
Burrell has described this diagram, and as best we can,
Right.
we've got sensibility and rationality. It's like two poles of a particular spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So you've claimed that you operate entirely through sensibility, or mostly through sensibility, determining what causes you to play one track after another.
Yes. Yes.
So
that concept, yes. I'm full of that, yes.
So that wouldn't be on rationality. You wouldn't be saying, I'm going to play side 2
and then play side play side 1. Yes. No.
So we put you. So you would. So to that on that spectrum, you would stand over on that wall.
I would stand on that wall there.
Closest to sensibility.
Yes. Where the fan is. Yes. Definitely.
And then we've got rupturism and sedimentism. So we put sedimentism on the floor.
Where's that one?
That's on the floor.
On the floor. Okay, hang on. I'll just get the one off the floor. Oh, yes, sediment. Yes, right, okay.
And
so what's
we've got
that? Explain us.
Rupturism on the ceiling.
Right, so why have they been put on there?
It's whether you think that life works through ruptures. Are there going to be cataclysmic events in life?
No.
You don't think they are.
No.
So you are interested in a listen again feature for your shows,
yes.
because it's a new audience and it might grow a bit, but you're not expecting radio to stop anytime soon.
No, I'm not. No, it's going to carry on.
Yeah. So I think that puts you close to the floor, JD, which is where you are.
Oh, great! I've got my feet firmly on the floor. There, that's great.
It's only the internet purists who will need to hang from the ceiling. In this particular diagram, as it's laid out at the moment.
Do you think that's where Chris is going to be?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
We'll have to ask him that one when he comes in.
He is concerned about a listen again feature and getting us all online, isn't he?
Is he?
But that's only one example of rupturism.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite happy that it's there, and I enjoy having it there. But
yes,
it's a new. I like the new concepts. That's what I like.
Right.
In broadcasting.
Right. And then the other one, I'm not quite sure, but it's like a part of nature or apart from nature.
That's behind you.
That's behind me.
Yes.
On that wall.
Right.
And then on the other wall.
Yes.
Behind you.
There's another one. I can't see because the wind's blowing.
Yes.
Hang on.
If mine says apart from nature, the one behind you says a part of nature.
Right. So it's nature either side of you.
Yes. So do we think of radio as natural?
Natural. No, it's not.
It's not.
No, an extension of ourselves, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's quite strange. You think?
I had to think then. Yes, it is really. Yes.
So
yes.
Really, you think of it as a part. You think of radio as being apart from nature.
Yeah. Yes. In a way.
So when the Beach Boys sang that God made the radio,
he
didn't tell everyone about it straight away, did he? We've had to get used to it.
No, it was coming.
It was coming.
You see, so that's a four. It's four-sided scene.
It's been foretold.
Yes.
But it's not really natural.
Right. But it's not a natural feature, really.
No.
Is it really?
Just voice. Sound is natural.
Yeah, sound and voice is natural.
Yes.
Right, but putting them together in coming to sit in a box, talking to people from all over the world, is an unnatural thing for us to do.
As we think of it at the moment.
But it's a concept for us to actually sit here. We can imagine people in Australia listening to us now.
Yes.
Well, probably not now, no, because
whenever
they might do so. And to think that you don't know them.
No.
Yeah, I don't know most of the audience of Phonic FM, but you feel a part of it.
Yes.
in a roundabout way, because you're provoking their sort of ability to think
Yes.
and their concepts of life,
Yeah.
whether it's through poetry, talks, or whatever, plays. It's exactly the same thing. It's all escapism from world, I think.
Well, that's natural. It might be natural. Maybe radio...
Some people do more than others.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Maybe radio will become more natural as it goes on.
It probably will be, because it's now with the internet, and you can
The internet is natural.
No, it's an unnatural thing.
Mm.
It's an electronic unnatural thing.
Yes.
But the concept of it, where we can actually, I could send you a recording right now,
Yeah.
and you could get it right now.
Yeah.
So that if you, instead of actually going down to the post office and putting in and posting it,
Right.
and waiting 2 or 3 days for it before you
Right.
get it,
Yes.
then play it. It's
Yeah.
instability.
Okay. Well, Jodie, I think it's quite clear that if we were to sit you in the room,
You are.
You're
You're sitting
which
me
we
in a
have
room
done.
right now.
we'd have you not exactly but next to the microphone where you are at the moment, but we'd have you on the floor because you don't believe in rupturism.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have you closer to the sensibility wall in that direction.
Over that way, so it's more
and
down that corner down there.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's the corner where you
By the
would
skirting board.
naturally be.
We used to be sending my coffee down there.
Oh, well, yes, no, we'll bring in some coffee. And, well, I think we might recreate something like this shape
Right.
in the coffee bar or wherever anyone would have us.
So you have to put these on the walls of everywhere you go.
I think we'll have to talk to Mr. Burrell, Mr. Gibson Burrell, whose diagram we've taken.
Right.
And perhaps he's got a book coming out we could mention.
So
there must be some reason why he would allow us to carry on.
My question is that you've put them on these particular walls, right?
Yes.
And why in this particular order? Do you know?
Well, but I'm following the diagram.
Oh, it's just a
on
diagram.
one of his slides, there is a diagram.
Right, but it's why. That's why I'm being interested. Why, you've got one behind you which is different to what I got behind me.
Oh,
on those walls.
Well, because the diagram shows it's all labelled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E, and so forth. And
No, I just want to know why that particular wall has that.
Well, I started with rupturism on the ceiling, and then I said sensibility was the first one I found in my pack. So I put that on that wall. So there's just 4 walls. That's it. It doesn't have to be in that order. So
they have to be in this particular order. What you got right now, which tells you that wall there is north. That's where that one goes.
It's not north. It's not. It's
nothing to
JD,
north.
Look, I'm going to hand you the.
Diagram. He's going to hand me a diagram.
If you've
right?
got if you look at the diagram,
I'll put my spectacles on.
I think actually rationality and sensibility may be on opposite.
Right. Oh, okay. So they don't necessarily have to be on the walls you put them on. You can put them on the opposite walls.
As long as there's 3 pairs.
As long as they're opposite each other.
There's 3 pairs. Yes, as long as those 3 opposites remain
right,
opposite.
3 opposites. Right. Okay. Right. Got it now.
But,
right.
But I think it's fairly clear from the diagram that rupturism is on the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay.
Wouldn't you think?
Right. I could go deeper into this, but I think we need another talk on it.
Well, yes. Well, we can come back. We can come back to it because the other thing that I'm reminded of, you know, the show in the Royal Albert Memorial Museum at the moment called Any High Street. Which includes a cell.
Yeah.
Which it was in the basement of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought that maybe the basement of the Phoenix was this is a similar sort of room. It's a bit bigger than one of their cells, but we have to be here for 2 hours at a time, don't we? Some people
you feel like a prisoner, do you?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there could be a more comfortable room. I'm not complaining or anything. No. But the idea of taking a room and representing it. Through images is quite interesting, and at the moment we just have these labels with QR codes on them so that those concepts can be related to online. But if anybody's listening who would like to do some graphic representations of these 6 concepts, we could come up with a better space, couldn't we? Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know that we can take over this studio and redecorate it, but. If there's a gallery somewhere that would like 6 images and is prepared to offer us a space, we could move around it.
Are we offering coffee?
Well, as long as the coffee's not far away.
I'm sorry, we talk about coffee too much,
don't
don't
we?
we?
There's a space near the coffee bar upstairs in the Phoenix. Where
You can tell we're getting desperate.
We could set this up. We've got 3/4 of an hour to go, JT. And what's more, just to make it more interesting for you, I would like you to do a quick 80s show, which you had no preparation for at all.
Absolutely no preparation. No. Didn't know it was even coming.
Well, no. So you don't actually... Thinking about design, do you have any idea what this show is going to be like now for the next 3/4? No.
Absolutely nothing.
So there is no plan?
There's no plan. If there is, it's been ripped up.
Okay.
It's been binned, recycled.
Okay. Well, I may ask you again about that later on, but for the record, there is no plan. I'm going to play one more track, which is a Bobby Womack track, Please Forgive My Heart, and then you will create a 1980s show for the next duration that we're here. So that's going to be very interesting. This is Bobby Womack.
Say I'm sorry.
That was a rather interesting track. Who's that by?
Bobby Womack.
Great. Lovely sound. Right, so you're listening to Phonic FM Thursday morning. Now, this is a very special treat for you because Chris is not here. He's fumbling around trying to find his bus pass. I do hope we find it because he relies on it quite a lot for the buses. So here for you is a bit of the 80s. I'm going to start off with Odyssey. And we're going back to my roots. Thursday morning with a Phonic show and the Wild show for you here. 106.8